Well, according to the watch that I don't wear, it is the middle of the night in Tanzania, so I guess I'll just do some math without Maddie, and we'll go from there.
Can I do math with you?
Who said that?
I did. I want to do some math, and I heard that you were doing circles cut into slices, which I thought would be perfect for me.
Well, we finished the circles with the slices.
Oh, that's fine. I've never had any friends anyway, so I'll just go.
Well, you can stay. I mean, we can still do math. We could be friends, I guess.
You mean it?
Well, sure. If you do math, you can be my friend. I'm all about math.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and there's no circle graphs, but it'll still be great.
I don't know if we should assume that. My mom always said, never count your seeds before they're hatched.
Your mom said don't count seeds before they're hatched? I feel like your mom might have been a little bit eccentric.
Well, she gave birth to a talking watermelon, so I think that goes without saying.
Fair enough. All right. Well, there. Why don't you read that right there?
I can't read.
Oh, well, maybe you should learn how to read.
I don't have any friends to teach me.
That's very sad. Well, here, let me teach you math first, and then we'll figure out what to do about the reading. So, here. In Oscar's monthly budget, each category is assigned a certain percentage of his monthly income. Oscar's monthly income is $2,250. And here we have a table with a bunch of stuff.
Table? I'm terrified of tables. Don't let them eat me.
No, it's not that kind of table. It's a math table. It's like a grid with information.
Just information?
Yeah,
No snacks?
no snacks. Like he doesn't even have snacks as a line item in his budget.
Okay.
So, which statement is not supported by the information in the table? Here it says Oscar puts $360 of his monthly income into savings. So, this is all his monthly income, and this much of his income, 16%, goes into savings. So, what we just need to do is figure out, is 16% of 2,250 360? Because if it is, then this is supported by the data, and we can cross that out. But if it's not, then we could choose it, because we're looking for the one that's not supported.
So we're looking for the wrong answer?
Yeah, I mean, the right answer to the question is the thing that's wrong based on the table.
Well, that just blows my mind.
I appreciate the melon jokes.
I didn't realize it was a joke.
Maybe it wasn't. All right, so here's the thing. This is going to take some math to figure out. So we're going to put this down as possibly possible. I'm going to mark up these answer choices as I go through it to help me kind of keep track of what I've decided. Here it says less than $900 of Oscar's monthly income is for his house payment and life insurance. So if I've got house payment and life insurance together, I'm talking about 35% and 3%, which altogether is 38%. Just adding that up.
Sounds good to me.
And then the question is 38% less than $900? So again, we're going to have to multiply that out and see. It's not obviously wrong, so we'll keep it there. And the reason we're checking all these before we do any math is because if one of them is so totally completely wrong we don't even have to do the math, then we know the other three are right.
Oh,
You seem a little confused by that.
just a little overwhelmed by math because I really wanted to do circle graphs.
Yes, I apologize for that, but if you want, you could think of this as a circle graph where the whole budget is the circle of 2,250, and we're just examining these different pieces to see how much is in them.
Really? We could do that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what's happening.
Great. I love it.
All right, so H says,
Hold on.
where are you going?
I just have to get something and be right back.
What are you getting? What are you doing over there? You sound like you're up to no good.
Ta-da! I'm back.
You look exactly the same. What did you go get?
A better attitude.
Okay. Oscar budgets $485 of his monthly income for telephone, utilities, and emergencies. So, telephone, utilities, and emergencies would be these two here and this one here. And if we put all those together, we're looking at 22%. Okay. Now, here's the thing. 22% is close to a quarter, right?
A quarter of what?
A quarter, like the ratio. 25% is exactly a quarter. So you're not exactly cut into quarters. If you were a quarter of a watermelon, then you'd be 25% of a watermelon. Anyway, the point is, if I cut this in half real quick, I get 1,125. And if I cut that in half again, I'd get 500 something. This doesn't seem right, just looking at it. So I'm suspicious that this one's wrong. So when I have to go back and start doing calculations, this would be the first one I want to check to see if it's wrong.
Okay.
So here, more than 530 of Oscar's monthly income is for his car payment and car insurance. So let me grab a different color here. Car payment and car insurance.
Wow. You used watermelon colors.
Well, yeah, for my new watermelon friend.
Yay. I always wanted a friend.
All right, don't distract us, though. Car payment and car insurance would be these two right here. And so if I add those up, I'm looking at 18 plus 6, we'll say 24%. Now, if that's right, then this one might also be right, which means if it's wrong, this one might also be wrong. So again, the order doesn't matter. I can decide to cross these out in any order. And since I had a bad feeling about H, and J is so similar, let me just start totally backwards. We're going to check J, and then H, and then G, and then F. And whichever one is wrong as far as matching the data, that's the one we circle as the right answer. So if it does match, we're going to cross it out.
That sounds awfully confusing.
I feel awfully confused myself. So let's take a look. Is 24% of 2,250 really going to be $530? So we're going to take the $2,250. We're going to multiply it by 24%, but we're going to write 24% as a decimal. Because until you have a decimal, you actually can't do math with percents.
That seems a little mean.
Well, it's like a watermelon. You can't eat it until you open it, right?
Well, unless you've got like a real big mouth or a real small watermelon, and then you could just swallow it whole.
I'm not sure that's healthy at all.
Okay, then yeah, you have to turn it into a decimal.
Okay, good. So we're going to do the Tanzanian version where we start in the tens place. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I have used up this spot, which means I'm ready to use this spot next. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20, right? The 0 carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus those 2, that's 10. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So here I have 2 zeros, a 0, a 14, which gets carried, and there's 2 numbers to the right of the decimal up here, 1, 2, so I need to make sure I have 2 right there. And so far, I'm thinking this is wrong. Now, it's super duper close, so I might also be worried that I made a mistake here. What can we do?
Well, I guess we could give up and go home.
What could we do that would help us get this question right?
Keep checking the other answers.
Sure, yeah, that would be significantly more helpful than giving up and going home. So 485 from telephone, utilities, and emergencies. Again, if I add telephone, which is 5%, utilities, which is 6%, and emergencies, which is 11%, I'm going to get 22%. So let's see if 22%, and here, we'll move the decimal 2 to the left, 0.22, 22% is decimal, times 2,250. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, 2 times 2 is 4. And then I've used that spot. I need to use this spot next, and I know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to get 2 zeros, a 5 and a 4, as I read backwards. So when I do that, I get a 0 here, 5, 9, and 4. Which means this one is also wrong. So I got to go back and I got to check my work, because one of these two should match. There's only one that cannot match, because I can only have one right answer to this problem.
Watermelon. The colors are so pretty.
Right, but I need you to focus. Okay. So what we want to do, let's go double check J. Did we add up the right thing? His car payment and car insurance. Car payment, car insurance, check. Let's go ahead and write these out. We just did the math in our head. So let's make sure we're confident about this. 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 7 plus 1, that's 8. Plus 6 is 14. 2. Okay. And when we're adding, we don't talk about how many are to the right or to the left. We've lined up the decimals and we add that way. So this really should have been 24%. And then, take a look, this actually says more than 530. So as I'm going back and I'm checking the math, I realize, wait a minute, it's not the math that was the problem, it was, I forgot to say more than. 540 really is more than, so this one is totally, completely right, and therefore not the right answer.
So J is wrong because it's right?
Yeah, that's what this word not does. It kind of throws a wrench in all of our thinking. If we want, we can basically label these first, right? This statement is true.
Okay.
And then here, if I go back and I check the math, and I'm not going to since I realized that was just a reading mistake, but I would say this one's false. But let's be extra sure. Let's look at G. Less than $900 of Oscar's monthly income is for his house payment and life insurance. So that's the two we highlighted here that we added up to 38%. So now, if I take 38% of 2,250, is that going to be true or false? Well, 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 2 plus the 1, that's 7 there. 3 times 2 is 6. Done with that place. I'm ready to move down to this place. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4. 8 times 2 is 16 plus the 4, that's 20. 8 times 2 is 16 plus the 2, that's 18. So here I have 2 zeros, 5, 15, carry the 1, 8. I've got 2 numbers to the right of the decimal place here. I need that here. 855 less than 900, so I have another true statement. And at this point, I'm now pretty confident that this one that I thought was wrong at the beginning and I proved was wrong, definitely is wrong and isn't just a math mistake.
What if you want to be double extra sure?
Well, I mean, personally, I am double extra sure right now because I thought it was wrong right off the bat, and I proved the two next to it are right.
How about triple?
All right, well, if I want to be triple extra sure, then I'm going to check $360 in savings. So we're looking at whether or not 16% really is $360. So take my $22.50 again, times 16%.
Oh, I know how to do that. You put the decimal
Uh-huh.
and then the 16.
Very nice, Watermelon Man.
My name is Cedric.
You mean Cedric, like the British name?
No, Cedric. S-E-E-D. Rick.
Cedric. Wow, that's adorable and goofy all at the same time.
Thanks.
I'm not 100% sure that was a compliment, but okay. So 1 times 2,250 is 2,250.
Well, that was fast.
Well, yeah, because 1 times anything is itself. So I don't have to do that one place by place. I just do the whole thing at once. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus the 3, that's 15. Carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Add these all up. I get to the right, zoop, 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 360. So this is totally true. I have 3 true statements. I can't have 3 right answers, so that's when I remember, oh yeah, I'm looking for the one that's not supported. My answer here is 100% totally H.
It says F right there.
Yeah, the F stands for false, but the answer choice is H.
Well, that seems a little confusing.
Maybe it is. You know, we'll just move on and hope people get unconfused later.
Okay.
Felicia earns $800 a month.
That doesn't seem like a lot.
No, it doesn't, but maybe she's a high school kid and it's a lot for her.
Or maybe she's going to have to move out because it's not enough money. Bye, Felicia.
I feel like maybe you watch too much TV.
What's a TV?
Never mind. All right, so here's another table.
Ah!
A math table graph thing.
Well, this one has food on it.
You told me you couldn't read.
I can't read. I can just look at words and tell you what they are.
Well, that's what reading is. Reading is looking at words and telling me what they are.
Oh, well, I can do that.
All right, go ahead and read my 4 answer choices.
Shouldn't I read the question first?
You can read the question first. Okay.
Which statement is supported by the information in the... Can I borrow that pencil for a minute?
It's a marker, but sure.
In the math grid thingy.
In the math grid thingy.
Okay. Felicia spends 10% of her monthly budget on clothes and food. Felicia spends 25% of her monthly budget on her car payment. Felicia spends 20% of her monthly budget on college savings. Felicia spends 50% of her monthly budget on her car payment and cell phone. And if she's talking on her cell phone, she'd probably say, bye. And then whoever she's talking to would say, bye, Felicia.
Remember how you told me you didn't watch TV?
Yeah.
Do you watch internet videos?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I meant by watching too much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do that.
All right, that figures. So, what do you think we should do first?
Tell Felicia bye.
No. No, what do you think we should do first that would help us answer this question?
Draw a circle and cut it into little slices.
Sure, yeah, we'll draw a circle. Oop, green outside the circle. Watermelon style, right? Cut it into slices. She's got a college savings slice, and a car payment slice, and a phone slice, and a clothes slice, and another slice, and whatever. how big is this circle?
Not quite as big as me. It must be a little watermelon.
What number could I put on this circle?
Pi.
Wow, you're really bad at math. I'm going to add all these up because this circle represents her entire monthly budget. So the green is everything, entire monthly budget. So adding all these up, this is going to be 475, 575 plus 25, that would be 600, 650, 750, $800. Her entire budget is $800.
Well, we already knew that.
Oh, well, I guess you can read, and I guess I can't today. You're right. We could have just looked at the 800.
Are you sure you're good at math?
Are you sure you want to be my friend?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then don't question my math abilities. That was a reading problem, not my fault. So this number's nice because I can real quick come up with 10%. That's $80. 25%. That is $200. 20% is a little trickier. 400%, or sorry, 50% is $400. But here, 20%, that's 10% twice. So without even having to multiply, that's $160.
Did you just have all those numbers in your head?
Not really. 10% is like 100% with one less zero. So I took $100 with one less zero. Oh, that's crafty. Thank you. 25% is a quarter.
A quarter of what?
In this case, a quarter of $800. So I cut it in half and a half again. So that's 400 when I cut it in half. Half of 400 is 200. So that's right there.
Wow.
20%, I just doubled 10%. And then 50%, I could have doubled 25%, or I could just say that's half.
You're blowing my rind once again.
Thank you. All right, so let's just find one of these that match. 80 is not in here anywhere, so it can't be 80. I don't see 160 anywhere. Car payment and cell phone. Let's put the two of these together. That's going to be $400. And the answer is D. So, what do you think?
I need a friend.
I thought we were friends. Look, I even used watermelon-colored markers for you.
But you're so big. I need a friend who's my size.
Well, I guess we could stick around until Maddie's awake, and then you'd call her, and if you stand far enough away from the phone, she'll be your size.
That sounds amazing.
You know what else sounds amazing?
What?
A little fruit snack.
Oh no!